Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar. In today's webinar, great to see you all. Thanks for taking your time. And today I'm going to tell about the importance and how to get started as a coach or a consultant, and how you can get your next high-paying client in 30 days in a step-by-step way. And let's get started without any delay. And the number one most important thing is make sure that you guys pay close attention to whatever I'll be telling now. And if you guys have like a pen and paper with you, bring it on. You can take notes, and whatever questions, doubts you have, you can put it in the chat. Okay. By the end of the today's webinar, I'll be answering whatever questions and doubts you guys have. And let's get started. See, I believe in eliminating. So let me tell who this webinar is for. This webinar is for basically people who are like entrepreneurs, business owners, coaches, and consultants who want to get started and start helping people with whatever knowledge and skills they have, and help you scale like 6 figures, right? By sharing your knowledge to make a world a better place to live. And requires doing 10x amount of work. Like I'll show you exactly how you will be able to do less and get more output, right? Like a lot of people tell like you have to work hard, like you have to work from morning to night and you have to burn the midnight oil. But I'll tell you exactly how you can make sure that you have a system in place, like a robot, like which you are seeing over here, which can do all the work for you, and you just focus on the most important things. And because your life and time is like super limited, like you have to know exactly where to use your time, and you don't need like building complex multiple sales funnels, all those things. You just have to understand what is the most important thing. You don't need like complex sales funnels like email autoresponders, like creating a perfect webinar, selling an online course, running YouTube ads, or filming weekly YouTube videos. And god bit, like you don't need all these things. The only three things which required for you right now is like, one thing is like having a great niche and a offer, and second thing is like how to generate like more strategy sessions, like more calls booked every single day or every single week, and how to close the deals. And this is what actually matters. Apart from that, everything is like a distraction. At the same time, it is not required for you currently. You just need to have like three things, just three things. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you already know a lot of things or like you are just getting started. I'll show you exactly today, like exactly how you can pick your niche and offer. And second thing is how to generate like more strategy sessions, and how you can close the deals. Let me know if you guys are excited. Just tell excited in the chat. Okay, and we will get started. And see, the best product, it's always said, like some people think like it's all about having a product which a product is everything, and like we have to build a great product. See, product is good, but at the end of the day, it is not about the best product. The best product plus like ability to sell, you knowing exactly how to sell it, is the most important thing, right? Like they're like world's best products, but like people create amazing product, but if there is no one to buy, no one is going to buy. Like you have to create a product, at the same time like no ability how to sell exactly. Now I'll tell you with a good analogy. Like a lot of people think that the more equipments we have, the more tools, the more softwares we have, like we'll be able to earn more, something like that. Like if you imagine, see this thing, like we humans have like two legs. Imagine like we use our two hands as well to run, right? Two legs and two hands. Like hypothetically, like we have like four legs. But what do you think is the fastest way? The fastest way to run or like walk is like having two legs, not the four legs. How many of you guys agree? Just tell yes. Okay, like it's all about doing less, identifying the thing which is the most important thing and focusing on that. That is the key. And it's all about like identifying that and working upon it, right? That is the most important thing. And the next thing is why consulting business is the best business out there. See, only three things which you need in order to succeed online. One thing is like, as we discussed, like you must have a great niche as well as offer. And second thing is like you have to rewire your brain. Like you have to know exactly what are the skills, how you have to reprogram your brain is the most important thing, because it's all about how you do internally. The things what reflect internally are going to show you like explicit. Like you have to believe in yourself, like all the mindset things. Only then the offer, high ticket offer, everything works out. And just for like people to know like who I am, like maybe like some people have joined new, and for the people who don't know who I am, I'm just going to show like what are the results, like what we have got for our clients, and all the things. And it's all about knowledge, right? Are you guys excited? Just give me like bio, bring it on. Just tell me in the chat, okay? Bring it on. Like anticipate is the most important thing. Like if you guys participate, like take action, like I want everyone to comment, okay? It doesn't matter. There are only few people or 100 people or 1,000 people. Like what matters is, are you anticipating? That's the key. Awesome, awesome, great to see everyone. Yeah, he's one of my clients. He's from basically USA, right? And actually there's a video and this is just the image which I put here. And we took our client, like today he's like a two comma club. How many of you guys know what is two comma club? Just tell me yes. Like a person who has made over like seven figures, right? Like over 1 million US dollars. Like they get this award. It was one of our clients, and this is the dashboard, like what we helped him to generate, right? Like over like 14 15,000 dollars, 10 lakhs rupees per month, by knowing exactly how to get the clients organically. And this is one more of our clients from Australia. Like we showed them exactly how the sales script should be. See, the most important part is like selling. You have to know ability to sell. It is not about the knowledge what you have. It's all about how well you are able to communicate your message and showcase it to your target audience. And here's one of my clients from Germany. We showed him exactly how to sell efficiently as a consultant. And a client from Poland, and I can go on and on and on. There are like so many, in fact. And these are like some of the screenshots of our clients. Like everything was done organically without running any paid ads, right? Even you guys right now who have come for this webinar also are like organic, right? And people from various different countries. It's all about with knowing exactly. See, in fact, like not just foreign countries. Like we have clients from all major cities like Hyderabad, Mumbai, Bangalore. How many of you guys are from Bangalore? Just tell me yes. Okay, like Bangalore. I'm also from Bangalore. And yeah, and I'll just go like there are like so many testimonials, like different trainers, NLP trainers, affiliate marketers. And here's one of my clients who is doing amazing today in affiliate marketing. How many of you guys know like Sagar, right? He's able to make like thousands of dollars every single month currently now, by knowing exactly how to sell organically, right? See, the only reason my life got changed and today where I'm able to be over here is because of my investments and my learnings, what I did from so many years, right? It's all because like only when you start learning, like you will be able to uh, teach someone at the same time. Like the only way how you can show someone is, first you have to do something, right? We have to be something in order to teach someone or like do something, right? And that's what I make sure that I always learned, right? Scaling from zero to one, like $1,000 to $10,000 is like very simple. The most important thing is like you have to know the fundamentals, right? Fundamentals is the key. Why most people like fail is because they don't understand the fundamentals. Fundamentals are the key. And that's what like I learned the fundamentals and was able to show to clients from various different countries. And a quick background about like what I did from where I'm exactly, I'll tell you in a very short and crisp way. In 2016, I was into network marketing. In 2017, I was into blogging. Then I figured out the Bitcoin is the way to make money. Started building team over like 3,000 people from like 15 20 to 20 different countries, and everything was going amazing. But I thought like how I can get started, and I wanted to learn, and then I started to attend like various events. Before that, before 2016-17, I was a person who was like below average in school, often described as shy, timid, mischief, and like a nightmare to handle. Lot of my teachers used to tell, like, such a naughty guy, like how can he succeed, right? And that was like the most painful times in my life, where no one actually cared me, neither I got respect. I was like complete at the lowest point. I didn't know what to do. And I was thinking one day, like, no, after coming from college, like, what if I can do, I can start adding more value, or like what if I can do, I can have a better life. And from then I started to explore, right? I was always been different from my classmates, having big dreams. As a reasons, never got any good friends. I used to be often bullied in the school. I still remember like my embarrassing and heartbreaking moment when one of my teachers humiliated me in front of the whole class. You can do nothing in life. And that day was the most like painful thing for me in life. And I thought, is this like the bottom, right? Like, can I succeed from now or not? And that was the most changing point of my life, right? I was completely shattered. I cried and cried. I was deeply wounded inside out. I lost everything, but unfortunately I never lost my determination, grit, and my dreams. After a few days, I decided, let me work hard in silence and my success will make the noise. And that one decision helped me to come where I'm today. From that time, what I did is, like, I faced so many downfalls, made me realize that only formal education will not help me out. I was like, in fact, like happy enough because I figured out, because formal education or like online, formal having changed in 1800s, and whereas online is quite every time updated, and lack of trends, right? Too much theory, not practical, not guaranteed to help, and it is expensive. Not everybody in the world can also like go to like top universities, top colleges, top schools. And whereas online is something like booming and people can learn like super fast. And that's what I realized. And I started to see on Google and everywhere, right? Like right now in India being like geo, after like geo's invention, like internet usage have also been spiked up, right? Like after China, India is the most populated country in the world, at the same time like the most internet users as well. And every year, like year upon year, like people are increasing, and a lot of people are like coming on like internet, and they are utilizing the technology. And then I realized, like, what are the things happening, like university degrees and online courses. Then I realized like a lot of people are like coming into online space. People want to learn from doers, experts who are doing something good, like who are into the market, who is implementing something. Then I realized the best way is like to identify the most important thing and working upon that. See, catching trends early is the most important thing. How many of you guys agree? Just tell me yes. You need not be like too smart, you need not have like 150 IQ or like having A grade in everything. If you catch the trends early, right, like you will be able to win. Do you guys agree or not? Just tell me yes or no in the chat. And what I realized is the old way of succeeding in careers are go to school or college, do professional certification, learn a lot of skills, apply for the job, learn, don't need the skills, like you spend 25 years of learning, settle for like frustrating jobs where your skills get outdated. See, we are living in the world like skills turn like so fast. Okay, the best way and the fastest way is like we have to learn things like extremely fast. If you don't know how to learn fast, like we can never win in today's modern world, because technology is changing so fast. Like AI or like robotics or like blockchain, a technology comes, and like so many jobs will be lost. And the only way how we'll be able to win in today's world is identifying the trends and what you extremely love to do, and work upon something when it is very at the a very early stage, right? And when it comes down to coaching and consulting, that's the most important thing. Like figure out what you love the most, right? Once after like you are figuring out what you love the most, identifying your target customer's niche. What is your target customer wants, right? Find out what problems they are facing. Like, see, the number one most important thing is, a lot of people have that doubt. Okay, how many of you guys have that doubt, like where people tell, what is the best niche, which niche to choose. How many of you guys have that doubt? Just tell me yes. Okay, like which niche to choose or like what to choose. And I will tell you, there is no good niche or like bad niche. The niche is nothing but, if a client can pay you money, right? That is a good niche, right? Like you have a proof of concept. When people can pay you the money to solve their problem, henceforth it is proved it is a good niche for you. You just have to make sure that like you stick to that niche and start helping people. Like you will get the feedback, right? And it's all about identifying the niche where the audience are there and ready to pay, and that should be your niche. And you also should love the game, right? If you don't love the game what you're doing, like you will not be happy. And that's the main thing. Like you have to pick a niche what you're passionate about, and you have to see even the market has the ability to pay or not. uh, and by doing that, like you will be able to find out the niche which you love to choose to, and like you will be able to win. And that's the key, and that's how you have to go about, right? And when I was at the age 17, when I joined network marketing, I had to travel in public transport daily, which was like so tiring. I used to go in like a bus, right? Like BMTC, Bangalore Metropolitan Transport, right? I had to travel. I didn't had like a bike or a car to move around, right? It was like so tiring, and I used to work extremely hard, and I was not getting results. And then I constantly kept on like learning and improving, because one thing what I realized is training and investments can change my life. I got a better understanding about entrepreneurship is all about, because only when you learn and explore, like you'll be able to see. I soon realized that this was not meant for me, like just going to like work or like going to an organization and that's not a cup of tea. Then I realized I have to start something online. I have to start sharing whatever information, knowledge I have, because online is like everyone who are here right now on the webinar also knows that. Like the beauty part of online is like we get the time freedom, money freedom, and location freedom, and that is why we want to do online business. Do you guys agree or not? Just tell me yes. Okay, we love because we have these three things: time freedom, money freedom, and location freedom. And yes, that's amazing. I can see yes, yes, yes chats. I want everyone to comment, okay? I want everyone to anticipate. The more you participate, the more you will get. Anticipation is the key, right? And soon, while searching to something, I fell in love in cryptocurrency in 2017. But the thing was, like me being born in India, born to a normal middle class family, like cryptocurrency was something like always governments used to tell it is a scam, it's not going to work out, this is bad. And I got like so afraid, and I thought, okay, let's stop this, okay? Even though I was more interested in that in the year like 2017-18, then I realized I was one of the top leaders in the company, right? I invested in so many programs early 2017. You guys can see, right? These were like inner circle, masterminds, membership programs, right? And I was like walking upon day in and day out, and I was one of the top leaders. And in a company of like over 1,41,000 people, I was one among the top six in the top 1%. But everything was great. I earned something. At the same time, I used to lose lot of things. And because crypto market is a super volatile, and it's a very high risk and high demand, like a high risk game. And that's what I realized. Even though I was making money, my inner drive was missing. I got into like spirituality. I always dreamt of doing big things by serving a lot to people for the noble cause. I believe to accomplish something very great, we just don't have to fight on the border of protecting and helping people. One can bring a massive change in lives of people by fighting inside the country and helping people. That's what I came to know. See, they're like great. I respect all the people who are into army, navy, air force. They're doing incredible thing, like the frontline warriors, like helping the country. But when it comes down to people inside the country, who are the people who can help them out? Then I realized, like, okay, like if I can also become one of those people, like who can help people, and by sharing knowledge, because the only way how we can change the world is by sharing whatever knowledge we have. Like Mahatma Gandhi once said, how you do one thing is like how we do everything. If you want to change the world, start educating people. And I realized that, and from then I came to know knowledge is meant that none can steal from you. I agree, knowledge is power and is priceless. And in the path of consuming the top knowledge, I went on attending like 100 plus events, with the only intention of learning from the people who have already done better than me, right? Because see, the only way how you are going to fail is by not learning, right? And then what I realized is like going to various events. I started to attend every event irrespective of the cost, which was happening in Bangalore and around places. When I started when I was like 18 years, and here's the proof, like few glimpses of events, various events attended in 2017. And these all photos, in fact, you can search on my Facebook, okay, with live documented proof, like 6th November 2017. I went on and on and on, like Google Developer Fest, right? And I was in Google Developer Fest, like Facebook, like the top coaches had met top e-commerce guys in India. And like I went on and on and on. And in fact, I even met this Swamiji. How many of you guys know Gaur Gopal Das? Just tell me yes in the chat, okay? And I went on and on and on, and I wanted to become better version of myself, right? Instead of competing with someone else, I went because the only way for me to learn is like I have to first go out there and start learning. And I went, and in fact, in the year like 2019, I was blessed to be a speaker in like Goa event, Enrichment Began Within. How many of you guys know that event which happened in Goa, right? And from then I was like went to so many events in IAM. In fact, I was like so close to meet like Narayan Murthy, but that day like Narayan Murthy was not well, and I couldn't meet him. Like the other speakers over here, I had met them as well, and it was amazing. Like IAM Bangalore, how many of you guys know IAM Bangalore? Just tell me yes in the chat. Which is like one of the top Ivy League schools in India, right? It's one of the top schools in Asia, right? I went there and started to work, learn from the best of the best people. I can go on and on and on, okay? And I'll just skip some things, right? I Because the only way is I realized the best thing is I if I want to do something, I have to be something, right? And that's the only way. And the only way how I can learn is like people who are like much ahead than me, right? Time is super limited, right? Like why will you waste like your precious time figuring out everything on your own? That's what I realized when I was early enough. And that's why I went to every event whatever was happening, whether it's like 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 rupees, it doesn't matter to me because time is more precious, right? I went and started to learn and interact with the best mentors and kept on learning, right? Because learning never ends. And I was one of the speakers also in my college for the entrepreneurship event, meeting billionaires. Everything was amazing, right? Working with the best marketers and interviewing some of the most incredible people on the planet, right? And how many of you guys are seeing all this for the first time, like what all I have done? Just tell me yes in the chat, okay? If you're seeing all these things for the first time, what I have done. Great. Like some people tell you already know me from a long time. That's amazing, right? See, the most important thing, if I want to tell you, is from my last 4 years, the biggest things what helped me to change is like the training and investments what I have made on myself, right? It gave me like undue advantage. Because of that, I was able to change a lot of things. Because universe will give you what you do, so will you reap. Imagine you attending 100 events, okay? Just think about it for a moment. Like imagine like you going to 100 plus events, right? 100 plus events, taking so many courses and managing your time, finances, meeting all the top influencers in the market. How much time and money like will it take for you to do all the things which took me like 4 years? Can you guys think and put it in the chat, like just write it down, okay? How much time and money would it take? like you going to 100 plus events. See, and right now we are in COVID, right? And we can't even move out of the house as well, because everywhere the lockdown and all the things. The only way is like identifying something which you're passionate about and working upon. Even when I was attending various events, I wasn't satisfied and I often felt something was missing. That was mindset. I used to procrastinate, I used to be confused, just like anyone else who's just starting out. And as soon as I decided to work with millionaires mentors, I was fortunate enough to be selected like one of the numerous applications. Like my mentors had got over 500 plus applications and I was one among them, right? How many of you guys know who is like Rahul Bhatnagar and Saurabh Bhatnagar? Just tell me yes in the chat, okay? Like if you guys know them. uh, let's see how many of you guys know. Yes, yes, yes. I think almost everyone knows, right? Yeah, that's great. And I got an opportunity to work with them, and working there I realized what is needed is to become successful. Then I got clarity because the mindset has to be right. See, you can get all the information on the Google, okay? Like I'll tell you honestly, you can get all the information. You can get all the information on Google. You can watch it on YouTube. You can read like some books, okay, which hardly cost you $10 or $20. But actual implementation happens only when you have accountability partners or a mentor, and you have to pay the price for success. Because see, no one takes action when it is like completely free, or like most people underestimate if you get even the most valuable advice or even the most valuable training. Because as we humans, we try to procrastinate. The only way is either go and work with someone who has already achieved a lot of things, or like second thing is paying the price. You have to help them in some way or the other way. And that's how I went upon, right? Because you have to pay the price, nothing is going to be easy. And then I realized, like after going into so many places, networking, cold calling, building blocks, building sales funnels, which took me hundreds of hours of our work, right? And then I realized the most important thing is like I have to do like I was thinking like I have to do more, do more, do more. But actually the point was like I have to focus on few things which will give the results. And less than 30 days, like I had put like so much time, money, energy, like on the blogs, articles, websites, funnels. But I realized is like all these things are great, but it doesn't give you like instant results. Building all these assets takes a lot of time, energy, and money, right? In fact, I was like that guy, or like the opposite guy, like who used to never listen to their mentors. Even the mentor said I used to do so many things because I used to listen to so many mentors. And one thing I realized is it's all about the most important thing in life is like cause and effect. What you do, so will you reap. Like if you do something good, like you'll be rewarded. There is nothing in the world like luck. Like what actions you take, like you'll get equal and opposite rewards. And the most important thing is like identifying the thing what you love to do. Then finally I realized, okay, I did affiliate marketing, I did blogging, I did like MLM, I did crypto, everything. But my true passion, like something which I really love to do, was like consulting, right? Because what I realized is consulting is something which makes me like extremely happy, because I realized what is that I love to do. Okay. And how many people want to know the things what you love to do? Just tell me yes, okay? I will easily tell you what are the things which you love to do, even though you may not know. Just tell me yes in the chat, I will tell you exactly how you can find out the things what you love to do. I want all of you guys to comment, okay? Tell me in the chat. I'll tell you exactly like a hack, telling you exactly how you can identify the things what you love to do. See, the most important thing is, one thing is a lot of people tell like you have to be passionate about or something, right? I'll tell you passion is for losers, okay? If you really want to win in something, like you need what is like obsession, right? You have to be like completely obsessed. Obsessed means what you extremely love to do, extremely love to do. Like you don't care about how much time you are going to spend over there. Like you can work whether it is like morning or night, and like doing the things what you extremely love to do. Like it's like for some people playing a game like a PUBG or like GTA Vice City is like more passionate about. Even you won't even know how much time goes. And the third most easiest thing how I'll tell you is figure out where your time goes, where you spend the most time on, like where your energy is going. Identifying that is the most important key, right? Like figure out in your day what is that you are trying to do, right? Where, and next thing is identify like your history, like your YouTube history, or like uh, mm, what are the things which you are searching on YouTube, like the videos what you are watching, like your Google, like see your history, right? And this will show you exactly where you are more interested about. See where you are like more curious, where you want to learn the most, right? Like identifying the those things, right? And in fact even you can ask your friends as well, right? Hey man, like see these are like complete so many different ways I'm telling, right? In fact this is only like amazing, like you wouldn't have even thought, right? Like YouTube history or like Google history, identifying those things, because you'll be able to find out what is that like you secretly desire to do the most from inside, right? Identifying the thing what you love to do is the most important thing. Because see, all great successful people who have done something incredible are the people who have done what they love to do the most, right? And you also have to follow that. And I realized how I fell in love in the game is I I am a talkative person. I talk a lot. Okay, I talk a lot. I wanted to talk to new people, and one more thing is I wanted to talk to new people, and I just don't want to talk to old people. I get like little bit bored, and I wanted to talk and help people with whatever knowledge I have. With whatever knowledge I have. And one thing what I realized is the most important thing is like you have to love the game. Okay, it's not just about the money, right? If you just run behind money, maybe you can have like a short success, but in long time, like you will not be driven, right? And that was my main thing. I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to meet like new people, help people with whatever knowledge. Then I thought, what is that thing which I have to do? Then I realized something which I'm super passionate about is something like consulting. And I will tell you who is a consultant. You guys can even write it down in a paper as well. See, consultant is a person who takes a person from a current situation to desired situation in the least possible time, right? You just have to know little more than what the client or the prospect knows. Even you need not know A to Z everything, little more than what the person knows. In fact, to give you a good example, imagine like you are studying in class 5, but there is someone who is in class 1 or class 2, and that person knows only until 1 to 10 ones are tables, and you know until 12, right? 11 and 12 ones are table, he doesn't know, and you can still consult him because you know little more than him, right? That is the simple definition which I'll tell you. Okay, consultant is a person who can takes a person from where he is right now to like where you are right now, right? Like because you have already done that, and people are ready to pay money because you are solving a painful problem. Only thing is you have to identify what is that pain people have. And in fact you don't even need like lot of name, followers, degrees, business results or not. See, uh, you just have to make sure that if tomorrow is your exam, how you're going to work, right? You have to trick your brain and you have to work like that, right? Identifying who is that person whom you want to help and going out to the market and start helping them, right? And that is what a consulting is all about. And it's all about like you have to know like what is that like which you want to do, what you're passionate about, and start helping people with. Like if you see, like you just have to identify what is your current situation right now and what is the desired situation, what is that one thing which you want to help people with, like a point A to point B, like current self to the desired self, right? And that is what basically a consultant is. And there are like various stages also. See, this is how the evolution of consultants happens like this. It's like there is a generalist who knows a lot of things, okay, and who can give a solution to lot of things. He's a generalist. Second thing is a niche consultant who is like very specific, who talks about one niche. Can anyone tell me like example of what niche are you into? Just tell me in the chat, okay, what niche you guys are into. Based on that, I'll take that example and tell you exactly how you can go about. Now example, let's suppose, as you guys said, someone like you are into health niche, right? Like a normal general person, like a general doctor treats like so many diseases like head pain, neck pain, uh, hand pain, leg pain, like a general doctor. Like when you go as a niche consultant, right, like a brain surgeon who just checks about like one thing, right, like a niche mastery. He doesn't check everything, but he knows one thing, but he's a specialist. And basically how this works is, the more you know, the more specific you know, the more higher the demand is, and the more amazing like you will be able to get the results for people, because you have become good in one thing, not in 10 or 20 different things. Like having knowledge is good, but you have to become extremely good in one or two things. That's the most important thing. And this is how evolution happened, right? As a consultant, almost everyone starts at one stage. Like first thing is like generalist, asking, helping people with whatever skills you have. Then slowly you become like niche specialist, then niche mastery, then you have a proof of concept, then you go on like one-on-one coaching, then you go to like group coaching, then online program. And a lot of people actually mess out with this one thing. A lot of people think that when you just jump onto an online business, automatically you can have an online program. See, it doesn't work like that. The mechanics of the mission doesn't work like that. It's like step by step you go, right? Not a newborn baby can't become an what is that, like a PhD or like an engineer. It takes time and the evolution. And this is what we show, and I can help you how you can jump, like go literally super fast, like to group or online. But everybody has to go through like step by step, right? And that's the most important. That's how even humans also evolved as a human being. What's the difference between animals and us, right? We have the ability to think, and that's what makes us different. And these are the most important thing, because the only way how we'll be able to evolve is by identifying the things, right? And I'll tell you, and a lot of people must be having this question, right? Why consulting business is the best? And I'll tell you with a good example, okay? See, there are like so many businesses out there, like product, like example, e-commerce, like where you have to run Facebook ads, like fulfillment, like shipping, R&D. There are like so many things in e-commerce. Like if you see the world's most richest people like Jeff Bezos, or like the Amazon CEO, and like in India like Flipkart, all the people who have like e-commerce are doing extremely great. But over here is like the disadvantages are like you need a lot of capital to invest, you need a team, you need a fulfillment. Like a single person can't operate it. Like you need a lot of team, lot of money, lot of investment. And the second industry are like services. How many of you guys are into services? Just tell me yes in the chat, okay? Who are giving any kind of service like running Facebook ads, or like giving your copywriting services to anyone, or like whatever it is, right? Like over here service is also good, but there is a high glass ceiling after a given point of time, because like you can only manage a few people. You can't manage like 1,000 people, 10,000 people, unless you have a very big massive team. There is a glass ceiling. And even in services, like you will be only paid until like you are able to good like able to get like good results to your clients. As soon as like they are not able to see the results or something, they're going to stop the subscription. They'll tell, sorry, I don't want to continue. For the next month they're going to stop. But when you see like consulting business, see, and in services, like you have to become like more accountable as well, right? Like you have to make sure that like you the results for the clients. If anything happens, the client is going to ask you, where is the results, where are the leads? We spent so much on ads, we did so many things, we are not able to get the results. Like you are holded like more accountable. But the beauty part of consulting is Literally, if you have a proof of concept and if you have done already something, right, it is going to become so easy because you just share your knowledge, like your expertise, right, what you do. And if you have a proof of concept, like where you have got results for yourself, and there is already like one, two, three people at least who have got that results, and you can back it up. Like example, like you are not accountable for their success, you can teach them, you can show them everything. At the end, people have to implement in order for them to get the results, right? Because you see, it's like you can go and study in the best school, in the best course or anything. You can go to Harvard, Stanford. At the end, still people have to implement it, right? And if they are going to fail, they can't blame the mentor or the course or the program. They have to blame themselves, because over here is like the accountability will be transferred to them. They have to put in the work. How many of you guys agree? Just tell me yes in the chat, right? And the beauty part of consulting is you just share them the advice, what you are good at, and how you can take them to the desired state, and they have to put in the work. And that is the beauty of like consulting. Now let me know, guys, like what business do you guys are like more interested in? Just tell me like your business name, okay? Like do you like product business, like selling a product, shipping it from China? Like see, a lot of the items was being shipped by China. Now even after COVID, it's like very shaky, right? And services are good and consulting is good. Just tell me in the chat which businesses are you guys into. Like what is your favorite? I want to see like everyone what you guys are up to. Just tell me in the chat. We'll see. Okay, one person is telling I love service industry. That's great. Currently I'm doing consulting in beauty industry. That's amazing, Suprat. Great, great, great. Also have a proof of concept. That's amazing, right? See, it's all about having a proof of concept. If you can get results for one person, two people, three people, and the same thing can be replicated to even 50 people, 100 people, or 1,000 people. Do you guys agree or not? If you can teach one kid how to tell tables, like two ones or three ones, so you can teach the same concept to 100 people or even 1,000 people or even a million people, right? And still like you'll be able to get the transformation. And that is how like we'll be able to go about, right? And that is the most important thing. Now we know exactly which business works the best, right? And it's all about identifying. See, everything is like a framework, okay? Like you just have to follow the framework, like how to go from one stage to another stage. Now see, the secret Maggie, like everyone knows Maggie, like 2 minutes Maggie, right? Now I have gone to 100 plus events, like at so many mentors going. See, every stage need like different set of mentors and different set of things. It's like example, if I want to tell, like if you want to go from one place to another place, right? Like you can go through walk, right? You can go from walk also. And if you want to go little bit like far, you can go in cycle, right? But if you want to go still far, you have to go in bike. Like if you want to go still far, you have to go in car. And if you want to go still long, like bus, then train. And then if you want to go still fast, like you can go in flight, right? And still fast if you want to go jet, then still fast if you want to go like rocket. How many of you guys agree? Okay. And every system or like everything has its own advantages, disadvantages. Walking is good and you can save a lot of money, but for you to go from one place to another place, it is going to take you years, right? Imagine you going from India to United States of America through walk, right? It will be like highly impossible. See, nothing in the world is impossible, but it's going to take a lot of time. You can go in cycle as well, but it's going to take more time. And the fastest way is like you can go in a flight, aeroplane, or else like jet, right? Not the rocket, right? And it's all about identifying how you want to go is the most important element. Okay, as I have said, all the information out there is already in the world. Okay, you can do googling, you can search on YouTube, you can search, and like you'll be able to get. At the end, how fast you are able to go is the most important thing. Okay, and that is why I always went to so many events. Yeah, and now let's talk about the niche. Like, how many of you guys are already having a niche? Just tell me yes in the chat, okay? If you already have a niche. And if you don't have a niche yet, just tell me no. Okay, as I've said, the most important thing is a good niche is nothing but a person who can pay for you, right? A person, if people have the ability to pay for your niche, then it's like a good niche. And like you working on something which you are extremely passionate about. And if you see over here, like you have to become like very specific when you're just getting started, right? Like a fitness, like under coaches there are like so many coaches, there are like business coaches, corporate coaches, everything. Now when you choose a niche as a fitness coach, like you have to be very specific, like diet, weight loss, yoga. What is that one thing which you want to solve? Like under weight loss for men or women, under man, like under age 35. Because see, what I'll tell you is, when you go like very specific, it is going to become like super easy for you to deliver for that group of people, right? Because it becomes like super easy, because when you go to one specific niche, right, all the audience will have, there'll be like lot of similarities, and you just have to go there and uh, you just have to go there and start talking to that specific group of audience. And once after like you are able to talk to that specific group of audience, they have like like lot of similarities, and it will be like so much easy for you to help them to get results, because it is like much easy for you to target 1% instead of like 1,000 people, right? And that's how even I also got started. See, the number one thing when I was getting started was like I was good in sales, right? I was doing like lot of sales, like internship I done. Second thing is I learned about Facebook organic marketing, right? And lot of people still know me like because of this one thing, right? Facebook organic marketing, getting clients organically without running paid ads. And then after like me talking to a lot of people, I became good in like Facebook lives and making videos, right? And once after all these things are done, automatically then slowly I came into like consulting, right? And after consulting, then started learning about funnels, and then automations, and then building online courses and everything, right? Everything is like a step by step, nothing happened like overnight, right? Everything happened like a step by step way, right? Becoming good in one thing, then I went to the next thing, next thing, next thing, and that's how I kept on learning, right? And that is how it's all like evolution. You just have to become good in one thing, then go to the next thing. And the three most important things, right, listen to this very carefully. The three most important things what actually required for your coaching or like consulting businesses, like identifying the skills, markets needs, and the interest, right? Like by now you must have understood, like if you don't have a niche or like anything also, I'll tell you, the most important thing is like you have to identify what are your interests, which I've already shown, right? Like interest, like identifying the things what you love to do, like identify that. And second thing is, ask yourself, do you have that skills or not with you? If you don't have skills, still not a problem, like you can still learn. See, in fact, you can learn any skill in a matter of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 5 weeks, if you have the right mentor, right uh, books, like right knowledge and the right information, right? And we are moving in the world, right? Like people used to tell it takes like it took like 4 years to learn a skill. Okay, in my time, like if you ask me like how many months it would have taken me to learn a skill, was it was like a long, it took me like 4 years to learn and get an engineering. I was a computer science engineer. Any engineers here, just tell me yes in the chat. Okay, it took me like 4 years to complete my degree and get the certificate. But in fact, today, right now, after COVID, like we are able to see the transition. Like today in online space, you can learn almost most of the skills in matter of 3 to 4 months if you have right mentor. How many of you guys agree? Just tell me yes in the chat, okay? In fact, you can learn a lot of things if you are able to have a right mentor with you, like a right guide, right? Just tell me yes in the chat, okay? If you guys agree, right? Because see, the most important thing is like you have to make sure that you are going on the right path, right? If suppose someone is able to show you a direction, you need not spend 4 years or like 6 years doing your PhD degree and then realizing, okay, God, like I have wasted so much of my time. And see, the beauty part of like online consulting or coaching businesses, what are its benefits? You can work from anywhere in the world. Only thing is you need an internet, laptop, and a phone, smartphone. In fact, today almost everyone have a smartphone, right? And that's the thing, right? Like you just have to know how to go about, right? Like age is just a number. Like when Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, like everyone are able to build like so many great things in a matter of like few years. And we are moving in a complete world which is unchanged, right? And now I'm going to tell you like misconception of about consulting. A lot of people think like you have to know everything, right? In fact, I will tell you, no one in the world knows everything, okay? Like show me if you know anyone in the whole world who knows everything, okay? The world is like a big ocean. We are just like a small tiny drop in the ocean, right? And you just have to become good in few things in order for you to have a incredible life as well, right? And a lot of people think like a consultant is a person who must have got like PhDs from the Harvard or like Stanford, who goes with like a ties with them. And these are all the misconceptions which we have created among ourselves and in our own brain. And the best thing is, you just have to go out there to the market, start helping people with whatever knowledge you have, right? And no one actually cares about how many degrees you have, certificates you have. Do you guys agree or not? Just tell me yes in the chat, okay? Like in today world, like maybe if you work in some government organization or like job, right, they may ask you how many degrees you have, when did you pass, or like all those things. But in real world, when it comes down to business, if you're able to solve the problem, right, people are ready to pay you thousands of dollars, right? And that's the key. And the most important, like as I've said, like the thing is, the number one is clarity, right? Like you have to be super clear about what exactly you want to do. And the second thing is offer. Like what is that you want to offer to people? Like you have to be crystal clear. And the third thing is the marketing strategy. How are you able to get like your clients? How you are able to build like the pipeline? You have to know that. And the next thing is the sales process. Do you have any process in line in order for you to get like appointments, right? And now let me know guys, like in the chat, what are the sales process like you are following in order to get like your clients? Okay, what are the methods you guys are using? You can just tell me in the chat and I'm just going to see, right? Are you running any paid ads? Are you getting clients through referrals? Or like what kind of system y'all are following in order to get the clients? And I'm just going to see. Okay, great. Some people telling Facebook ads, and some are telling referrals. Okay, that's great. And some organic, amazing. I want everyone to tell, okay? Just tell me in the chat, like, what is the method like you guys are following in order to get like your clients? Okay, got it. Yeah. See, the most important thing is like we have to make sure that like we focus on the key, right? What will help us to get the results. And if you know exactly what will help you to get the results, like you just focus on those things. Like you have to be super clear. Like example, like clarity. Like a lot of people start out by asking this question, what I have to do, right? Like why I have to do. And see, a lot of people start with how and when, like how to make money online. That's like the most search keyword on the internet. How to make money online, how to lose weight, right? Like people actually search a lot about how and when I can make money, within how many months, within how many weeks. But what we try to forget is identify, asking our gut, what is that I want to do, who am I, right? Like why I have to do, and who are the people whom I want to serve. These are the most important thing, compared to not just how and when. See, when I was like early in 2017, when I was like 18 years old, like I didn't know exactly what to do, right? I went out there to the market and I just realized how to make money. And I've figured out crypto was the big thing, right? No matter what I do, the fastest way to make money online is like cryptocurrency. But I was not passionate about. That's why I felt this was not good. And then I jumped into consulting, right? Because I was super passionate about asking your what is the most important thing. How many of you guys have a great like vision, mission, principles which is already set up, right? Because see, if you don't have a great vision or like mission, like why will you even wake up from the bed? Like what is the driving force for you in order for you to wake up tomorrow and start working upon something? And that's why it is so important to have the foundation. In fact, when I have talked with some of the best people out there, I ask them what do they do which other people don't do, because these people are like so good, like the fundamentals. 99% people in the world do wrong in the fundamentals. How many of you guys agree? Just tell me yes. In fact, even I also used to do a lot of mistakes, not in other all like big things. Like the fundamentals was the things the most crucial and the most important thing. If you have the right fundamentals, it is going to become super easy, right? See, like everyone, all the books what they have read all preach the beliefs level. Now on YouTube also a lot of people tell belief is everything. See, all you need, if belief is just a symptom, the problem, then there are like lot of other things, right? Like you have to know where to focus on. Like instead of focusing on eight different things, focus on one thing, master it, then go to the next thing. See, in fact, even I focused on so many things, but I became good in one thing, then step to the next thing, then the next thing, right? And that's how you also have to do, instead of going like so many things like funnels, website, logos, YouTube, Instagram, website. In fact, all these things will is going to burn out. How many of you guys agree? Just tell me yes. Okay, how many of you guys already have a funnel or a website, right? It'll take so much time like creating those websites, logos. At the end, it is all about having a proof of concept, then we can have all these things. In fact, having all these things before having everything is like going to take you a lot of time, and that is what I want to tell you. And going to like scarcity mindset to abundance mindset. See, world is like a energy. We have so much of energy. We only get it only when we shift our mindset from scarcity mindset, seeing everything in abundance. See, scarcity mindset is seeing like, okay, the energy is so less, like we don't have so more energy, like everything is less, like there is no much resources on this planet. The water is less, the books are less, the mentors are less. But if you see in abundance, everything is like there is so much out there in the world. There are so many books, there is so much knowledge, there are like so many people who can pay you the money. Like becoming the better version of yourself is the most important thing, right? In fact, when I was getting started, I was thinking everything was a curse. Like I thought, Why should I pay to someone else to buy a course? Why not all the people give their knowledge for free? Why authors have to charge money for their books? Right? I used to think like that. Once after the mindset got changed, everything got changed, right? Because 80% of success is all about mindset. How many of you guys agree? Just tell me yes in the chat, okay? 80% of success is all about mindset and how you rewire your brain.